Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at who's jealous of you. Now this could be someone that you've already suspected, you have a hunch about, or it could be a total surprise for you. So the way we're going to do it is we have 3 cards for you here today, or 3 piles, and you're going to pick one of them. You can even watch several of them if you feel called on to watching them. It could mean that there are several people that are jealous of you and you may want to know about. So we have 3 piles for you here today. We have pile number 1, Mirror. We have pile number 2, Nemesis. We have pile number 3, Spider. See which one you're most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. You'll find the timestamps down in the description box as usual. Click on your time and you'll be fast forwarded to your reading. Hi, pile number 1. So you've chosen the Mirror card. And right away, before we look at any tarot cards, I can see that there is a person who plays like they're on your side, plays like they have the best interest, your best interest at heart, and they don't wish you well at all. You see, you have the heart in reverse here. They do not like you, actually. They pretend to be all innocent and kind, but they don't have the best interest. They look all kind, but you know, the mirror reflects life as it is. So they are reflecting bad behavior. You can definitely see their bad intentions seeping through sometimes, because the mirror reflects the negativity. It's really well known to be a symbol or something that you can use energetically to reflect all negative vibes. So they are, you can see through a lot of their actions that there are a lot of red flags. But it does look like to me that because they act so innocently, and because you kind of love them, to be quite frank with you, I do see some love here, you tend to believe their kind behavior or their acts of kindness rather than believing the red flags. So we're going to get more into who this person is. They are definitely a person who is not an honest person. They act a lot. A person who tends to act like they're wonderful, loving people that really care about you, that want to give you the right advice, that are going to be there for you, but they're very, very jealous of you, pile number 1. They see a lot of things in you that they don't have. And they quite frankly really hate it. They really hate how blessed you are. You could be a very blessed person physically. You could be a person who's very skilled at work. You could be a person who a lot of people love. Whatever it is, we're going to find out soon. They are enraged and completely jealous about it. So let's take a look at your tarot cards and see what they say and see what the situation is all about. So, for pile number 1, who is jealous of this pile? Who is very jealous of pile number 1? All right. Whoops. So, what do we have? We have the 2 of Cups. Interesting. We have the King of Swords in reverse. I think we'll need to push this a little bit up. All right. We have the Death cards. All right. We have the 3 of Wands in reverse. We have the 10 of Swords. I think we'll need to push this a little bit up so you can see. Okay. You have the Knight of Swords. You have the Devil card. Oh my God. Right under the Death card, pile number 1. Right off the bat, this is a person who is very toxic, very jealous, and I think you need to take your blindfolds off. All right. right, pile number 3, you have the 3 of Pentacles. Before we get into this reading, I mean, if we could have picked cards to come out perfectly for this reading, it wouldn't have gone down like that. This is what I really love about the spiritual world. All right, so let me get the oracle cards. Okay, so these are oracle cards that I've drawn myself. They're inspired by other tarot card art that I really loved. And they have a Rumi quote that goes along with it. So what do you have? You have banners of praise. Oh my God, pile number 1. So if you want to know who that person is, obviously this is a person who is somewhere where you have a community. So if you go to school every day, this is, well, obviously you don't go to school, but if you're you're studying at the moment, they're at your school. If you're in a certain social organization, they're there. Community work, of course, work. Whatever you go to frequently, this is a person who's there and is there to change your world completely. Pile number 1, sorry. I was just talking about the 2 of Cups. So they act like they really love you. They act like they're there for you. I mean, the oracle card that you got is flood me completely with fire, with the fire of love's burning. For now, I can bear it and not burn away. So pile number 1, this is a person who really shows you that they really love you. And I think you dearly love them because of how much they show you that they love you, how much they praise you. See, it's the banners of praise. They praise you so much, pile number 1, which gives you the idea that they're not jealous at all. That gives you the idea that they're really inspired by you. It also gives you the idea that they're impressed by you, and it's very flattering for you. But beware, pile number 1. This person is by no means a person that you can trust. They are speaking badly behind your back, and you can see this constant duality with the mirror here. A person who shows a lot of love, but at the same time is there with the worst intentions for you. They're out there causing your death, and I don't mean literal death. I mean the end of you where you're successful. They're very dishonest. They speak very badly behind your back. They are spreading a lot of ugly rumors behind your back. I mean, with all the love that you see on the facade, internally, you will be surprised by the amount of bad things they're saying behind your back, especially that now they're appearing to be your friends and close to you. They're behind the doors turning your situation the other way around. They're talking and gossiping with a lot of people, trying to turn your situation the other way around. They're trying to push you away from whatever community you're in. Pile number 1, you have to be careful, and I think you're starting to understand who that person is. I'm not telling you to go and kick them out of your life. I'm just telling you to rethink. Do you have a lot of red flags that you need to think about? Have you, because you have the mirror, have things been seeping out that you've noticed and let go of quite recently? Pile number 1, because the mirror here, it's a warning. It is a warning of curbing your fantasies, your idealistic expectations, your idealistic attitudes, as you step into the liberation of seeing things clearly. So it's now time for you to take off your rose-colored glasses and see people for who they are. Pile number 1. Is this person as honest as they look? Have you really not seen any malicious behavior, any red flags? I'm sure you have, pile number 1. I really am sure you have. While it looks all loving, you, pile number 1, because you have the mirror here, you've seen, and you have the third eye here. So you kind of sometimes see that this innocent, quote unquote, out person hasn't been acting out in a very innocent way. Pile number one, you have the moon deep inside you. You know, you have the moon here several times. You know that this person doesn't have your best interest or has been acting out in an out of character behavior several times. Pile number one. So my advice to you is, I'm not telling you to let go of this person. I'm just telling you to keep your eyes open, to put the picture together, and to not kick them out, because that won't be the right strategy, but to speak to other people, to see what's been happening behind your back. Pile number one. Because if you wake up now, you'll reverse all of this going on. You'll reverse all of the things that are happening here. Because a person who needs to talk behind your back and do all of these silly things is a weak person at heart. Pile number three. And it's in your hands to completely take back control of all of this. You're really invited to look deep inside of you and see why this lesson is being presented to you. Are you too trusting? Pile number one. Or do you fall into the trap of people giving you compliments? You need to go inside yourself and see why this person was able to take full control of you this way. There's definitely an aspect of you being an honest person yourself and believing that other people are honest, which is maybe the lesson that you need to learn. Whatever it is, only you need to speak to yourself about it, and you need to be very honest about it in order to take control back of your situation. Pile number one. It's the only way you can do it. Maybe you need to give self-love to yourself and not allow others' praise take control of you, but rather you knowing your good sides and your bad sides and appreciating others for it, but not falling in love with them for falling in love with you. Pile number one. So these are all things that you need to discuss with yourself, because while they have the devil's aspect, you have the mirror, which means that the lessons happening to you are reflections of things that you need to adjust in yourself. You adjusting these things in yourself will stop. So you have the death card here. Will stop situations like this from ever arising again, and putting your situation upside down with people in your community. So you're definitely in control of this. Pile number one. I think you can take back your situation. You can definitely stop this person if you wake up right now and weaponize yourself with knowledge, with with catching it soon before it affects your situation, and reversing it slowly. Be nice to this person. Obviously, you don't need to be unkind to anyone, but keep your space. Don't believe everything that they say, and take back your situation, and most importantly, reverse. Take care of yourself on the inside. Believe that you are a wonderful person and that you don't need anyone to come and tell you that. Don't be triggered by people's criticism, and most importantly, don't be triggered by people's praise. Take it, but don't overindulge in it. Like we talked in the mirror here. Curb your fantasies about what people tell you about yourself. Enjoy it, but don't let it hit you. So don't think about it too much. Enjoy it and then let it go. Pile number one, it was really an honor doing your reading for you. I wish you all the best of luck. I hope you reverse the situation. And if you've liked this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number two. So you've chosen the Nemesis card. And that's quite frankly a very interesting card. Nemesis is the goddess of retribution, of forces that come into play when we need to be steered back into a wiser course. So we'll be talking a lot about you moving into a wiser course, because I see a lot of symbolism that I noticed here when it comes to your reading. But first and foremost, before you jump into the reading, the most important thing we need to say about Nemesis here is that when she visits you, it's a sign that she has witnessed what's been happening around you, pile number 1, in case you've needed to hear about this. She stands as a guardian in order to offer protection and acknowledgement of some form of injustice that's been happening to you. So obviously there's a jealous person here trying to create some form of injustice and trying to push you out of a situation, trying to take your blessings, trying to talk badly about you. We'll see the form of injustice happening here, but pile number 2, you are being protected and the injustice happening is acknowledged. All right, so let's put this to the side for now. All right. Okay, and take a look at your tarot cards. Let's see what injustices has been happening. Oh, so we have the moon card here. We'll take this first. Who is jealous of you? Sorry. Who is jealous of pile number 2? Who is jealous of pile number 2? So who is jealous of pile number 2? So first of all, this popped out. We have the moon card. Let's put it here. You have the Page of Cups. Interesting. Let's push this up a little bit. You have the Two of Swords. You have the Eight of Pentacles. All right. You have the Ace of Cups. A lot of love there, pile number 2. You have the Lover's card. Whoa. You have the Ten of Swords. And you have the Two of Cups. I mean, if this reading wasn't splurting out love, I don't know what could splurt out love more than that. All right. Next, let's take a look at your oracle cards. These are oracle cards that I've drawn myself. They're inspired by other tarot card art that I really love the art of. And they, whoops, fell out. They have a roomy coat to them. All right. You have Surrender. Sorry, pile number 1. I have a problem with the camera here. Alright. So pile number 2. It's very clear here. This is not a person who pretends to love you. This is a person who actually really loves you a lot. But they're very jealous of you at the same time. They have a lot of internal conflicts that they need to work through. They are actually a person who does a lot of things for you. That's why it's very confusing for you. They're there standing by you, helping you out. They really, really love you. I mean, it was a real surprise seeing all these love cards showing up in your reading, pile number 1. But at the same time, they're very confused because on one hand, they really love you and do so much for you. But on the other hand, they're burning with jealousy. It's no coincidence that you have Nemesis right here because it's like a force that comes into play when we need to be steered back to a wiser course. And I feel like this is actually a good person, the person who's jealous of you, but they have a lot of inner work that they need to do, really. They must take responsibility for all the negative thoughts, all the negative words, all the negative deeds that they do sometimes, and understand that these have an effect on people, especially the people that they love. Obviously, there's a lot of things that they're not telling you about, pile number 2. They have a lot of secret inner bad intentions, shadiness to them that they're not telling you about because sometimes they can't take control of them. With the Raven here, it shows me, again, just like the Moon card, the Raven is the keeper of secrets. And this person, I'm sorry to tell you, is going to be toxic in your life, because it is true that they really love you, but at the same time, they can't control for themselves the fact that they need to deal with this inner conflict that they have that pushes them out of character to sometimes really hurt you, and sometimes tell you nasty things, sometimes do things that are gonna hinder you and push you back, that are really going to hurt you, pile number 2. And this is something that you need to think about. So you can see her holding 2 things here, and it's a symbol that indicates her wish to cleanse the human form, which is the bull, in preparation to bring it back to love and wisdom. And until this person is able to take themselves and cleanse themselves and deal with their issues and come back to love that they have for you and the wisdom that they need to hold, this person is forever, like the mushroom here, going to stay stuck in this situation. And you can't be the person who helps people out, because people need to help themselves, pile number 2. You can't just wait around and know that they have good intentions for you, and this keeps you stuck in this circle. You see, it keeps you stuck, feeling bad, not wanting to move away, because they do dearly love you, but at the same time you're being really, just like the fire, burned by their behavior, their duality all over the place. And this is going to be pulling a lot of problems to you forever, mind you, pile number 2, because the mushrooms, they're a symbol of longevity. The mushrooms, they, in case you didn't know, with the longevity centers, they discovered that eating a lot of mushrooms, by the way, it helps keep your health strong and makes you live longer. So with the symbol of mushrooms here, I think that this person will stick around, that's for sure, but they will forever be causing trouble, extreme troubles to you, pain, out of the jealous behaviors that they do. They will keep looking at your blessings and hating you for it, burning inside for whatever things that they feel jealous about you for. Maybe you're prettier, maybe you have a better job, maybe you have a wiser attitude, maybe you're smarter. Whatever it is, this person is unfortunately very jealous and is not able to control this jealousy, is not able to be inspired. If you speak to them about being inspired, they'll just hate you for being the person who is able to inspire others. It's just not going to work, pile number 2. And as much as I know you love this person back, if you love them, help them from afar, but keep a boundary to how much they can come near you, pile number 2. Wish them healing, give them this help so that they too can grow. So you can be in the process of helping them come into light, but please do it from afar, outside the circle. You can really help this person for sure, pile number 2, but be careful. Don't let them lurk you in as you help them. Keep your distance. If they want to learn, fine. If they don't, you've definitely planted a seed in their head that will serve them later on, pile number 2. This is not a time to act. This is more of a time to take it as an opportunity for yourself to grow. Understand that you need to keep boundaries. You need to love people with boundaries, and you need to allow others to grow. Maybe you have a growth mindset, pile number 2, and this helps you grow right away as soon as you get the right information. But understand that not everyone is like you. People are not as honest with themselves as you are with yourself, and it takes them time to grow. So what you can do is be a helper from the outside and allow this person to take their time to understand, to better themselves. But if they don't, you can't do anything about it, pile number 2. So as you can see with the fire here around the circle, it shows you that every time you're going to get them close, you're going to be burned away, pile number 2. Be careful with this, please. And understand that the injustices that you've felt from this person, the things that they've wronged you with. Unfortunately, this is a time where they are going to be paying for it. And they're not going to be paying for it because of the wrong things they did to you, which is of course karma, don't get me wrong, but they could have paid for it in the next lifetime. They're going to be paying for it now because they are truly a good person. They don't mean to do all these things, and they need to learn. The universe is pushing them to learn. And you see with the bells here, it's a symbol of sound, of energy, of wisdom being heard finally. So with the karma being acted out now, I think this person is going to be illuminated, is going to learn a lot, be by their side but away. And if at one point, pile number 2, this person finally learns their lesson, I hope, and grows at some point. It's not going to be now. The energy that I feel is repulsive, is pushing me away from saying that. So I think it's going to take a long time for them to learn. But once they do at some point, maybe you can go back to being closer friends. So pile number 2, I hope this reading was useful for you. If you've liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. So you've chosen the spider. The spider is so interesting. Over history, humans have feared spiders. And the important significance of the spider, its association with the web of weird. I don't know if you've heard about that before, but it's a Nordic symbol. Wait, let me quickly draw it out for you. I think you'll like this. It'll be a very... You might see it in the runes especially. It looks like this. And it has all these web-like patterns to it. In case you see it before. It's a symbol of destiny. Can you see that? I think you can't really see that. Can you? Oh, there you go. It's a symbol of destiny. You know, you forming destiny from the experiences that happened in the past, the present, and the future. It's a very interesting sign. So like we said, it's a symbol of this web of weird. It's also the dark aspect of the witch goddess, which is the ruler of fate and death. And that's why we fear spiders so much. They weave things. And what I see from this card with the person who's jealous of you is a person who from the outside looks like they're not doing anything. And from the inside, they're creating this web of things that they built over time, from the things that happened in the past to the things happening now and the things in the future, until finally you're going to be extremely surprised with just how much effort they put in to trap you and let you fall, and it's going to be too late. So unless you discover who this person is now, there's some bad trouble happening behind your back here, pile number 3. All right, so let's first get into your tarot cards and get more information about who this jealous person is. Again, you see, person who's standing there looks like they're not doing anything, but in fact is a person who's planning a lot out of jealousy. All the red here, out of rage and jealousy to make you fall. Maybe they want your position at work. Maybe they're jealous of the opportunities you're getting at school, or there is something about opportunities or work that they're very jealous of. Pile number 3. All right, let's get more information here. Who is jealous of pile number 3? They feel like you have a lot of blessings, pile number 4. So much, and they feel like they deserve it, not you. A calm person. I think pile number 3, you kind of know who this person is, but you just don't know how much they're doing behind your back. Okay, so you have, 2. See, I told you, this is someone at work or in a certain community that you're in. This is definitely work related. Work/school related. Again, 4 of Swords, someone who is thinking deeply and constantly about how to make you fall. And they're in the plan there, pile number 3. This is no joke. This is someone who's planning and cooperating to take away whatever you have. Be careful here. You have the 10 of Cups, someone who definitely sees that you're very blessed. You have it all, just like we said here with the World. 5 of Cups. You have the 2 of Cups. Oh my God. You have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. And last but not least, you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is definitely work related. All right, now let's take a look at your oracle cards. These are oracle cards that I've drawn myself. They're inspired by tarot card art that I really love the art of, and they have a Rumi quote to them. So let's see what you have here. All right, so this is how your oracle card looks like. And it says, the funny thing is, you've always looked outside for him and haven't searched within your own house. Wherever you have been, he is the one holding your hand. All right, so now you can see all of your cards. And let's get on to your reading. All right, so pile number 1. This is someone with you. Sorry, pile number 3. Why did we say 1? Pile number 3. This is someone who's with you at work. And they feel like they deserve what you have more than you do. And they're trying to show everyone how they are better than you are. How their information is better. Everyone thinks that they're a stable, happy person. But they don't know their dark side. They don't know that they're very jealous. I think they suffer from lack of self-love. Pile number 3. They show people how amazing they are, but unfortunately, deep down, they think they don't deserve to have what they have, and they're too afraid that people are going to find out soon. And that's really unfair, because they are good. It's something that they have to deal with, unfortunately. And in order to compensate for this lack of love that they have, they lie to themselves about how they deserve to have what you have. Because on the other side, they see that they've done a lot of achievements. And in order to feel better about themselves, they exaggerate these achievements to the extent where they try to prove to themselves constantly that they deserve it more than you. That it's not fair. They should take the blessings and be in the position that you're in. This is a very tricky situation, because I think you speaking out about this person will cause you to seem like the bad one. Pile number 3. Because on the outside, they seem like a good team player. They seem like a hardworking person. They seem like a stable person who thinks before they act. And this is why there is a spider web being built here. You need to be very careful. Pile number 3. You need to protect the blessings that you have very well by being careful with what this person is setting up behind your back. You need to get further clarity on the situation. And you need to protect whatever work that you're doing. Protect your image so that this person doesn't slowly break it under your feet. Break the foundation that you have from underneath your feet. Pile number 3. Be very careful with that. See, spiders, they reveal patterns. And now, since we're talking about what you need to do, I think these patterns are being revealed to you at the moment. You can kind of see what they're doing. See? You can see what they're doing, the sort of strategies that they're doing behind your back. I think you're starting to see these patterns now. And since you're conscious about these patterns now, you no longer need to be trapped by anyone or anything. Because now, with knowledge, you can start growing green, meaning you can start making use of the situation and protecting yourself back. Growing from the web that they're doing. See, a web, it looks all complicated, but if you move it with your hands, it's broken. It's not as strong as it looks. It might take a long time to form, and it might be strong enough to capture insects, to let the spider do its thing, for sure. But it's so easy to break at the same time. So if you're aware and see the pattern, you'll break it. And that's the whole advice here with your reading pile number 3. You need to see exactly what this person is doing, follow the thread, and the card is showing you that patterns will be revealed now. And now that you've seen the situation a little better, you can move with freedom. And remember, it's all a learning lesson for you, because situations that seem a little sticky at some point, by time, as you learn, they no longer make you feel trapped. And learning how to maneuver this situation will create a sense of freedom for you. It'll help you move forward with the threads that have a personal meaning to them. So you can take these threads and build something that supports your dreams. So what I mean by that is that you can learn to grow your character, to protect yourself from anyone coming in and planning behind your back again. Pile number 3. You have the sun. You're being illuminated with whatever this person is doing. Don't be afraid of it, but rather follow the thread, like we said. Learn what they're doing behind your back, and I assure you, you can destruct it all in a swoosh of a finger. Pile number 1. So don't let this person take control of your life. Don't let them break your heart. Don't leave your heart in somebody else's hand by not taking action and letting them continue to do their silly thing, their silly, weak thing. We fear spiders, pile number 3, but really, if we take out their tool, they can't do much. Keep away from them, take out their tool when they're not there, and that's it. Pile number 1, I'm sure by now you really know who this person is. Protect yourself and think about it very well. And I hope this reading was useful for you. And if you've liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!